Ever wonder why you can walk away from people without a word, while others stay and talk it out for months? It usually starts the same way. Someone crosses a line, another joke that isn't funny, a lie you catch. A pattern of taking without ever really giving back. You don't blow up, you don't beg them to change. You just switch off inside. Your replies get shorter, then slower, then stop. Calls go unanswered. The door closes quietly, without an announcement. If they ask what happened, you shrug, say it's fine, even though in your mind, it's already over. You've ended friendships like this, situationships, sometimes even contact with family. No big scene, no final speech, just a clean exit. Meanwhile, you watch other people talk things out for months, give 10 more chances, stay in drama you can't imagine tolerating. And in the middle of the night, you wonder, why do I go straight to cutting people off? Am I protecting myself? Or just broken? If you've ever walked away from people without looking back, and even you weren't sure why, what I'm about to tell you about your self-protection wiring is something most people like you never get to hear. The way you leave doesn't just confuse people, it gets labeled. You're so cold, you just ghost people. You never give anyone a chance to explain you. Cut people off like they're nothing. Maybe someone's even called you toxic for going no contact, or dramatic for walking away over nothing, never seeing the 100 small cuts that came before. From their point of view, all they see is the end. One day you were there, the next you weren't. Inside, it's more complicated. Part of you feels justified. You watch the pattern. You hit your limit, you chose peace. Another part quietly asks, am I too harsh? Do I give up to isolate? Is there something wrong with me for not wanting to fix everything? See people who stay, explain, negotiate, cry it out for months, and you think, why is my instinct to just be done? Most people stop there and either proudly say, that's just how I am, or secretly hate themselves for it. But what if your silent cutoffs are actually your nervous system's way of enforcing safety based on things it learned a long time ago? What most people don't realize is that silently cutting people off is often less about not caring, and more about having a very sensitive protection system. Psychology suggests that when you've lived through enough betrayal, disrespect, or emotional chaos, your brain becomes pattern sensitive. Once it recognizes a familiar kind of harm, it doesn't want a debate, it wants an exit. Your system has quietly learned, talking won't change this. Explaining myself will just drain me. The safest move is distance. That I'm done switch you flip isn't random. It's a high self-protection instinct that kicks in when your internal line has been crossed one too many times. It may not always be perfect, but it's trying to keep you safe. Here's where it gets uncomfortable. Your cutoff instinct has probably saved you more than once. It pulled you out of situations that were slowly draining you, from people who would have kept taking as long as you stayed. That's real wisdom. But the same instinct can also start cutting too early, or too wide, blocking someone over a misunderstanding. It's disappearing instead of saying that wasn't okay, or never letting anyone close enough to show they're different. On the surface, it looks like high standards. Underneath, it can quietly become loneliness dressed up as protection. The shift begins when you can ask yourself, in the moment, am I protecting myself from real harm right now? Or from the discomfort of being vulnerable, honest, or disappointed? Try noticing your own cutoff instinct this week. Comment what you discover. Your story could help someone else. If you want more videos that speak to survivors' minds like yours without shaming them, subscribe and stay close, because in the next videos, we're going even deeper into how people like you can keep their strength without doing life completely alone.